Is this the finale? Maybe not. I don't know. It sounds like a little hard to wrap up.
It seems difficult to gauge. That's a good... What's your favorite hug? Oh yeah, I know what your favorite hug animation is.
Yeah, it's Astrid.
I almost said Esther.
Esther. That's the game you gotta play. That's maybe that feels like it almost could be an adaptation of your favorite book, but maybe not. Who knows?
I thought that was the other one. The
oh, you're right. No, I've never
Edith
played.
Finch one.
You're right. I've never played Dear Esther. I just realized.
Yeah, no one ever. Everyone always tells me that's 100 Years of Solitude.
I mixed it up with Edith Finch.
Yeah, Edith Finch is supposed to be that.
Francis. I'm going to the Oxbury Shrine and Sandwich Walk.
I mean, why do they call it Sandwich Walk?
Because it's the... Ooh. Francis! What is that? What do I keep saying that?
Like a sandwich board?
What is Francis from? Sandwich Walk is that one place that's just billboards.
Yeah, I know, but why do they call it Sandwich Walk?
I don't know. I thought that maybe that would make sense to you. Maybe you would do the rest of the work of making it make sense.
I can only do so much for you, Keith.
No.
Andy. What's Francis from? Francis. That is gonna bug me now.
Francis.
What the fuck is that
from? How do you
from?
Google saying a thing with an inflection?
When will Google get with it and learn how to interpret inflection?
Too many items on the menu.
Too many
cholesterol. Bad cholesterol.
Are on the menu.
Hold on, his lesson. Oh no. 3 octopuses and 3 squids. And then snow crabs and lobsters.
We are like, no, we don't have any of...
Alana's demand.
Lobster,
coffee, beans, tea leaves, celery. We don't know where celery is still. Potatoes. Alana's stipulation. All hematite and whatnot. I've been selling these things. Because they're worth money.
Oh, so this is Elena's thing.
Yeah. They're worth a lot of money.
Fuck. We'll never finish this game then.
I don't... Yeah, but I don't know if that matters. I don't know if her trail of stuff matters all that much.
Just something to, like, perhaps to pass the time.
But a flesh wound. Peaches! Peaches! There's peaches in here! Peaches. They got the peaches. There's no tchotchke menu. I wouldn't have any tchotchkes to sell.
I don't like the, like, diamonds are everyone's best friend, girl's best friend, whoever. I like the dog is everyone's best friend. That makes more sense to me.
We genetically modified them to love us forever.
We tricked you, haha.
Ha ha.
Kiki, I tricked you.
No take backs.
Ha you're my friend now.
You're hundreds of thousands of years into the process now.
Honk, honk, honk. But like, diamonds are stupid. Like, I don't like the way I don't think they're great. Like, I don't get...
No, it's literally a self-invented demand by the people that had the diamonds.
No, I mean, it's genius.
It is a trick.
The whole, like, wedding thing, like, making that the wedding ring. Somebody made a lot of money on that idea. In fact, now a lot of people do.
Yeah.
But somebody invented that idea.
I'm really distressed by how many, like, long-term traditions that are part of the, like, either global or Western or American psyche is just like this is how things always have been, and it's how you do it, and if you don't do it correctly, you don't love the people around you correctly, and how dare you step out of line for how to correctly behave as a person in society, and then it's like, this was invented 40 years ago by the Coca-Cola company.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, what?
So like Valentine's Day,
our entire image of Santa was invented by Coke.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Like, Santa didn't look or act the way he does until fucking Coca-Cola, and it's enshrined like it's some big fucking tradition that has so much wider meaning, and it's like, yeah, there's all this cool pagan shit behind it, but that's not why it looks like that. It looks like that because it's the fucking color scheme of Coca-Cola. Or engagement rings and wedding rings and so on, like... You notice in all these fucking movies that reinforce these traditions, it's always like, wow, that was my grandmother's ring, and that makes it meaningful, and blah blah blah. It's like it's never that much older than that, though, is it? It's never like we've been passing this ring through the ages ever since we were like royalty in England and whatever the fuck. It's like, no, the whole tradition doesn't go back that far. It's like it's framed like it's some ancient thing, but because fucking the United States has such a short history and is so desperate to have wider meaning and like longer roots that we just pretend that stuff we made up 40 years ago has been around since the beginning of time, and if you transgress, then you're like a fucking social outcast that doesn't love
Social
people
pariah.
correctly or whatever. And it's like, wow, we just fucking dive into this like self-imposed rules. There's no upsides
I
to
hate
it.
social etiquette, which is why like I think that's like why I think Seinfeld's so funny, because they just talk about stuff like that. Like for example, your brother still hasn't mailed out his wedding thank yous for the presents at his wedding.
That was
But
like
honestly,
a year ago.
I don't think you should have to. I think you just be like, somebody hands you a gift, you're like, thanks, and that's it. That's it. Why is there another step?
I hate thank you cards. It definitely.
They don't even want them. Like, why? Nobody wants a thank you card.
I know one person.
I was just like
I know one family member that's really petty about that shit. And gets really offended if they don't receive theirs, and that just makes me want.
Is it your mama?
It's my aunt.
Oh.
It just makes me want them to get one less.
Well,
specifically.
I know your mom was urging him to do it. Like, you have to do it, and we're like, but why?
No, my
and he's
mom.
like,
My
'cause
mom
you have
is the
to.
tradition reinforcing person. Whereas my aunt is the person that will be genuinely offended when they don't receive these things. But I'm just like, this is so fucking stupid.
Like,
It's like the
why?
Hallmark Corporation just created a new demand in society so that they could justify their entire existence.
Fuck, it's just grilled fish. Could I have
Only grilled fish? How dare you?
Dude, if I had rice, could I have just made a sushi?
Yeah.
No, we already made sushi. It's already crossed off our list.
You don't make sushi in the stove. Except some of the sushi.
Well, we made tuna tataki in the fucking stove, and you don't fucking cook that.
Yeah, I have questions.
I have lots of questions. At last, the world erupts in elation. All the fires have been lit. Tondor has arisen. The lich god Gorn Nemloth is on the verge of being defeated once more. But what is it? What is this terrible ruckus you hear? 1,000 war horns roar at once. Could it be? Fatefully, yes. The final assault of the Shadow Steel clan, led on by one-eyed Omgaroth himself. Clad in the eldritch armor of his Rongmar, Omgaroth points his loathsome blade at you.
Garathog.
Oh fuck, I
It just keeps going.
You won't escape me! You won't escape me this time, you miserable maggot! I will destroy you in the hopes of this world! Trembling in fear and apprehension, you gather your inner strength to face the enemy. Make a courage check! 18!
He like inflates right before each yell. He's so fucking funny looking.
Success! The orc won't scare you, for you are the light bearer, the chosen one. Now the time has come for you to show them what you are made of. Fight!
Fight the...
Dude, if D&D had like little cardboard cutouts like this, it'd be really cool.
It can. Yeah, it can.
It's like the beginning of a
You could make your own cardboard cutouts.
Men in Black. What's his face?
Miniatures are more popular, but yeah.
Fuck, I'm not.
You can definitely jam
Damn it,
cardboard
motherfucker.
cutouts onto little stands like an old tabletop game.
I'm not getting any. There you go.
Like
No.
what is it? Is it Clue that puts cardboard cutouts on little plastic stands? I think.
Well, there are so many.
Yeah, there's like little games that
there
have
are tons
those.
of board games that do that. I think Clue. I think is the one that doesn't.
Yeah, but you could
Monopoly
draw,
doesn't.
you can draw little characters and put them on little stands and have that be
popsicle
like
sticks.
how your characters are represented on the board.
Mine. Aha.
I think the most popular thing, besides just trying to imagine it or use an online software, is to fuck, my thing's gone.
Fuck my thing too.
Is to
Go.
use a
Go. Fuck.
Is to use little miniatures. I keep making the mistake of using mobility to get the stuff, which means I can't do the thingy. Like your goat. You could use that in D&D.
I am the goat. Buddy.
He went all the way home.
He's too tired. He tired himself out.
From all the yelling.
All the excitement.
Oh, he's behind his Dungeon Master shield.
Oh wait, I need to go in there. Go in there. Through the thick mist of the aftermath, a silhouette is barely discernible against the terrifying backdrop of a gargantuan battle. All free people of the world are holding their breath, hearts pounding in their chests. A deafening silence creeps in, an atmosphere thick as rock. Victory! The Chosen One has triumphed! She who bears the light has conquered! In a crackling sound of terror, Gorm Nemloth's shadow stops immediately its course over the darkened sky. The Lich God is no more. May the radiant Fae bless our souls. May Howler forever watch over your path. May the graces of Imalda sing our praises for eons to come. The world is saved, And now, jaded but jolly, the hero stands up once more. Looking at the horizon, her heart fills with hope, her resolve stronger than ever. A chapter of her adventures might be completed, but her story is far from over. Rejoice, free people of the world, for the chosen one will be back. But for now, she will rest her heavy shoulders, unload her burden, and once more gaze at the stars. Hot damn, I'm tired. Congrats! You did it, Stella. Okay, now if you don't mind, I need to take a break. I'll take some time to think about what great adventure we could do next. A space opera with lasers and spaceships?
Or the beyond.
or you could do like a Dante's Inferno
Some kind of
journey
big
through the
red
depths
ring.
of hell.
Yeah.
Post-apocalyptic road war setting? Or horrific eldritch adventure with cosmic horrors, maybe. We'll see.
The true horror is what lies beyond death.
Nothing. Human beings are afraid of nothing. That is our greatest fear.
That's a pretty big fear.
So we have to create things
Pretty
to
bad.
put in the corners of all the nothing. It's very hard. People have a hard time being alone. It's like one of those things that I always think is sad when individuals have a hard time being by themselves.
You gotta quiet all of the dark thoughts.
But it's like, who will you be with when there's no one else left? You better get used to this. Because if there is an afterlife like you think there is, you might be all by yourself in it.
It's
And that
me,
might be
the
worse.
only good person.
You're like, Keith's like, great, I'm my favorite person, so that works out perfect. Come on, fish.
Maybe one of these days I'll get around to watching The Good Place. It's supposed to be all introspective about those ideas of like what the fuck it even means to be a good person, or like questionings of entire like concepts of afterlives.
I heard that the execution was like iffy. Like there are certain things that they don't like it has like the opportunity for a great dialogue on things like that, but it doesn't actually ask itself the hard questions or like go into anything enough to make it like worth. It's like conceptually it has like a potential for a lot of good, like I said, like a lot of good thoughts. But like they just don't do it. They avoid certain things that are hard because it's easier to do it that way. Because there are some definite questions you'd have to have if you're gonna make a show like that. Oh, I got more lobsters. I think we have enough lobsters now.
On daytime television. I hate Alana, but also let's do everything that she told us to do. Shit, where was I going? Oxbury.
This is a side
It's
note.
like here-ish?
I have a fish, but I lost it. New fields. Dibba-dibba-dibba-doo.
Is Oxbury in this area? Yeah, we already buy Oxbury?
Sandwich.
Is Oxbury the big? That is the big. Oh, I would have been closer just to go straight there. Oh well.
Honk, honk, honk.
Honk, honk. Whoa.
What the fuck?
That felt different, didn't it?
It did?
I think it's because
I'm fishing?
Yeah, I think it's because we're not used to being that zoomed out from it.
Yeah, I think that was it. Like, that was very strange.
It looked very weird. You got a flounder. Just like how we're floundering with how to fill these episodes with content because we're running out of things to do. Kill me.
Okay.
No.
How?
You have to kill the original vampire.
Kiki, get over here.
by removing the head or destroying
Or in
the brain.
that is the classic.
Oh, zombies. I did the wrong one. Vampire shit gets weirdly complicated. Like, you gotta stake them through the heart, then cut off the head, and then burn them. There's like instructions to follow.
That's why I really think you would like I don't know about the show because I haven't really seen it, but the What We Do in the Shadows movie.
Yeah.
Because it basically pokes fun at like the over elaborateness of like the folklores around vampires and how inconsistent they are.
Or like how garlic just sounds like one of those things that you would spread as a lie just to fuck with people.
Garlic corn. We're gonna make garlic corn.
Garlic corn.
Well, like I said, I'm pretty sure the whole garlic thing is because of mosquitoes. Mosquitoes don't like garlic. And so the inference would be that vampires
I knew
wouldn't
garlic
either.
was a great.
At least I think that's true. Maybe I
think they don't like garlic and they do like bananas. So if you eat bananas, you're gonna get more garlic.
Is that why, like in Series of Unfortunate Events, they have like the lake with the leeches and they love bananas? No, like genuinely, that might be
Maybe that's deeply off-putting.
Lake Lacrimose. Yeah, and the whole point is like
There it is.
like they're on the boat and then they're like, oh, like under her dress she has a banana peel, and they're like, You ate a banana? She's like, I love bananas. That's your first Montreal apartment, isn't it? When you moved out of the house to the big city?
Oh no, we're Canadian.
Oh no, we're hot. My big sister's striking out on her own. Yeah, that place was such a dump. Sorry, sis. It was. You could decorate it all you wanted. It would always smell whatever your neighbors were cooking. And you could hear them yelling at each other. Your rent was probably so cheap. Plus, you were all alone. No roommates. Well, not quite alone. With Daffodil.
That's you.
Ew.
You?
I'm just saying. A cat. That doesn't count as company. I'm just kidding. I'll just pick a dog next time. Speaking of which, I'm still mad at you for taking the family cat. I don't remember us talking that much during that time. You were busy with work. I was still in high school, not paying much attention. I don't think we had much in common. Except death, maybe. For me, after Dad, I had to do something about it. I was trying to shut it out, but it kept coming anyways. I don't know how you can deal with it constantly, working at the hospital with people at the end of their lives, around you all the time, helping those people who are suffering in front of your eyes. There was Summer. She did not go quick. That cancer stayed inside her and took its time.
Summer was the snake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It even gave her some hope, but it came back harsher. Mom was devastated. It's probably for the best that Rose wasn't around to see it. Rose was so kind-spirited and fragile. Losing her dear Summer would have broken her heart. I remember going to Summer's house with Mom, with all those plants and that heat. It was like a sauna. She said something about the body being like all living things, especially plants. I just remember being mad and sweating a lot. Then there were the friends you made along the way. That Giovanni and his wife Astrid. To hear you talk about them, they were basically your adoptive grandparents.
Oh, there's Giovanni and Astrid.
And the stories that would come out of their mouths. The cheating, the lies, the heartbreak, all those headaches. Could you imagine what Giovanni put Astrid through? But she was right at his side at the end. Even if she had moved on. Even if she had found someone else. He was her one and only Gio. Forever. They both knew that they only had each other in the end. That's how I want to go out, sis. Holding the hand of the one I adore. I think I need a refill. Maybe stretch my legs a bit. I'll be back in a minute. Don't you go anywhere.
Ha ha. Finger guns.
Haha. Morbid.
Yeah, don't go anywhere.
So that means Astrid found a new husband. After Giovanni.
Yeah.
They hung out with him as he died, which is very nice.
More than he deserved. He was a mess. Potatoes.
Chicky.
Meat.
Sure, I'll play with that.
I'll play with meat.
I'll play with meat.
That sounds like fun. Look what I can do with it.
See, that's either like a really disturbed person or a euphemism for something sexy.
Mm-hmm.
I just imagine a situation with like a couple and like, like I want to play with some meat, and the husband's all like, oh, that's attractive, and she's like, no, I'm actually just a psychopath and I like to play with like roadkill. And he's like, oh, well, a little disappointed.
Mm-hmm. No euphemisms.
No, oh, sheep ate my food.
Yep.
That's okay.
You don't take care of the sheep
I have
well
nothing
enough.
else. Like,
you were told you had one responsibility. You're not keeping up with it. We're all very disappointed.
I'm surprised this hasn't come up before. Let's put something in the oven.
I'm gonna put them in cages, and then you're gonna feel bad, and then the game will end. The last death was their freedom.
Oh no! That's tragic. I don't like this game anymore. I just made grain salad. What the fuck? I want to make like street corn. How is this Ghostbusters 2?
What?
That joke always makes me laugh, and it's the stupidest joke, and it doesn't make any sense. But it's from Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh.
And I think I've told you before.
It's Missouri in there.
But like the whole thing is that they're playing charades and without context, it just starts with that.
Oh.
Where it's like they don't show like what the charade was. It's just like the dad's mad because Timmy sucks at charades, and he puts his arms out like a rowboat back and forth, and he goes, "How is this Ghostbusters 2?" Which means that in some situation he did that, and Timmy guessed Ghostbusters 2. And I don't understand what, like, I don't get that joke at all. And I don't think there was a real meaning to it, but it always made me laugh, and I think about it all the time. Example. How is this Ghostbusters 2? Like, as if he had guessed it.
No, you can't make me go back. It's Missouri in there. You ain't never been to Missouri.
Dude, I
love that show growing up.
That's a really funny show. The creator's an asshole, though.
Oh, yeah, he's like...
Butch Hartman? Yeah.
The artist, specifically.
Do you remember the YouTuber that shot up the, they shot up the grocery store because he was in love with the ghost girl from Danny Phantom?
A YouTuber shot up a grocery store?
Yeah.
This is news. This is all news.
You haven't heard that one?
What are you talking about?
That's a classic one. What's it?
No,
people. No, I promise that one's real. No, this guy was like really into. He had like a ghost persona, but he was like really in love with the rock and roll ghost girl from Danny Phantom. Like during that one episode, and he kind of like was like given hints that he was going to do something really weird, and like nobody really said anything about it, which they really should have. And he went into a grocery store and he killed a bunch of people. I'm pretty sure he's in jail now. I mean, he has to be. I'm sure he's still there. Is what I'm trying to say. I'll look it up and I'll tell you what his name was. But yeah, no, he was like posting content about his ghost persona and stuff, and like him being in love with Ember. Her name was Ember, that's what it was.
His ghost sona.
Hey man, in any situation people have to like, fuck, I can't, no!
Any chance to make an OC. You pretty much have to jump on cliffs and then jump out based on the timing of when you think it's going to go up again. Do we go this way? We have to reach the shrine again.
Oh, that was like, oh fuck, that was like way high.
No, fuck. Yeah, we have to read the level. I think past that shrine is another shrine that we might be able to do now with our extra obols, or maybe. Yeah, any opportunity to make some sort of OC in some kind of universe, like freaking the demons or whatever in Homestuck.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their Homestuck and their pony.
I mean, don't you?
No. I find the art of My Little Pony just off-putting in general.
You know what's funny? It's like people like got all into it, like, or the brony thing started to be after the new one. But I think the old art is way better than the new art is. I hate the new art.
I don't think I've ever seen it on My Little Pony I liked looking at.
I mean, even the old ones are scary, but they look more like horses. I don't think the new ones look like very appealing to me, like at all. They're very like the art style looks cheap, like very computer made, like not like drawn. Like it doesn't look good.
Also, I always want to call that one Rapidash.
Oh, what an insult to Rapidash, who is a sick ass horse, dude. You know what? My pony Sona is just fucking Rapidash. So, hey, I'm back. I'm sad to report that there were no cute doctors wandering the halls. That's a bummer. Look at you. You look so frail. But even on your hospital bed, you're still gorgeous. Well, this whiskey bottle is half empty. Let's just go ahead and say you drank the rest. Do you remember that phone call you gave me last year? You had taken a sabbatical from work. I had to call the center to learn about it.
You better take it back. They're gonna miss it eventually.
Sabbatical. Yeah, she took a few months off. She got some bad news. What a weird way to learn your sister isn't doing well. So you called me 2 weeks or something after. It's maybe 2 a.m. here. Your voice was shaking. I could hear you breathing heavily. You start talking about the trees around you in the air. No, hi, Lily. No, I'm not doing well. Nothing, just talking about the trees in the air. You said it was cold, and that it felt like death, even over here. I didn't even know where here was. I went silent, and then you said you'd be home in a few days. I didn't know what to make of it. Were you sleepwalking? Was that whole thing just a dream? I was scared. You came back and told Mom and me about your diagnosis. And now we're here together. Mom is awake. And I'm awake and I'm holding your hand. If you can hear me, I love you so much, sis. You're not alone in the woods anymore. We're here, Stella. You'll never be alone. You've never been alone.
the game's telling us what each of the environments means in the narrative.
Yeah.
Like there's a series of Japanese towns because that's where we went when we went abroad and we met Gustav. And then there's the...
We went somewhere else too. Was it France? Where else did we go? Because there was another one.
A few places. Yeah, I think it might have been France or something earlier on. But then later we went to... No, I pressed the wrong one.
Fuck.
Ha! Loser. We're gonna be here for hours.
I'm sorry. Okay.
You gotta time it. It's rumbling. You got a boof. You missed your chance to boof. You missed it. You had one chance. You only get one shot.
One opportunity. Capture it or just let it slip. Yo.
Don't remember this part very well. Oh.
Well, we kind of like wung it because...
Wung it.
I'm gonna go...
Wung. To wing in the past tense.
Fuck everything in the world.
Creepy man. What do you think? Only 2 obols. Oh, you don't have enough? Well, of course, that charlatan swindled them all out of you. Come back when you want to see some real miracles. Let me see what we got.
Probably just one.
How much oodles?
How is this Ghostbusters?
Do we got oodles of oobles? What made me laugh in particular about that when you said it was that it was to the cadence of like, everybody clap your hands.
Slide to the left. Slide to the right. 2 hops this time. Dude, I would always participate in that because I'm a fun person. I'm not gonna be the And I did it at your brother's wedding, and I was in front, and everyone was watching me. And so when I got my lefts and rights confused, they all went the wrong way, and I was like, "Sorry, guys. That's what you get for low thinking." Wait.
Bring Stella and Daffodil to the effort door. We should probably have a chat with our tenant first.
I was gonna say, what happens if we leave them and they're just here by themselves? Are they the new caretaker of the
I think
boat?
we need to go take a nap until the morning so we can talk to this guy before we fucking leave him. And I might want to close the game and copy paste our save into another folder in case it actually ends the game.
I think that will definitely end the game.
Because sometimes you like it rolls credits, but then it's like you get thrown to a vague like post game that is vaguely implied to have happened before the credits or something.
Yeah, like
so
New Game Plus.
But like a way of where you can keep playing without starting over. I know they're adding characters over time, and I want to come back and play them because I want to see what the deal is with like the big mess of a hyena person or whatever. When they're added.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what happens if we kill or no, we send ourselves away? Like, what is that? That means we can never play again.
There's some games that are like, you better play the whole game again. And I'm like, no, thank you.
Let me leave here. Do you remember? I think Fallout 3 was like that, where if you finished it, you couldn't keep playing. So they had to make it a DLC so you can keep playing after that final story mission, or else like no one would ever bother completing it because you will never get around to doing everything before.
And it just ended with like a title sequence, and the ending was bad because you had to like make a choice that was a stupid choice because it's like, oh, who dies, this person or that one? It's like, well, I have a party member that could solve this problem without dying. No, I'll never take your destiny from you. It's like shitty dialogue to throw away the bullshit.
And everyone knows
it's like, but Fox
in those
can
games
just do it.
the plot story is like never what you play those games for. Like, it's always the lamest. Like, the plot's always the lamest. You want to go do everything else.
Sometimes they don't fuck it up, and it's interesting. But regardless, the game shouldn't just like fucking like delete itself when you finish the story because there's so many other loose ends to follow up on because it's an open world game, and treating the plot as like the ending that rolls credits and all that implies that was the totality of what you were here to do and that was like the real purpose of it all. And it's like, there's several things to care about more in many cases.
In New Vegas, you're like, oh, go kill Benny, right? Which is voiced by what's his face from Friends, which always makes me laugh. Matthew Perry? Yeah. And like The thing that's the funniest about that is you achieving it is the most anticlimactic thing in the world, because like he just slumps over like every other person, and like nothing amazing happens from it. You can just punch him to death.
Because
like,
it's also like just not it's not really the goal ultimately.
Yeah,
it's
but
just
like
the inciting incident.
in your brain, like
so it's like it's like up to you whether you want to like be, if that's your petty goal is to actually is to go after him specifically.
Yeah, like everyone wants to. Like it's just like one of those looming things that's just so there, and you go do it, and it's just so nonchalant that it made me bust up. Because I was just like, that's it. Like I fucking get his suit and it does nothing. Like
we're
cool,
not rolling
dude.
credits now.
I mean, Stella. Keith's texting.
Well, I got slightly worried that I have 2 notifications, and I was like, did I accidentally order? I'm like, did I accidentally order like 2 meals of the same?
Did you tell your people about how you ordered food on the wrong day that one time? Because that was really funny.
One time.
Was that more than once?
I have ordered food on the wrong day multiple times because the DoorDash interface was really bad, and on one scrolling menu would immediately flip over to like the next day without that much indication, and you have to like carefully double check what your thing said because you'd like scroll down to try to get a different time, but because the time intervals are so big, scrolling down like an inch is like, that's 2 days from now. And it's like, oh fuck. I think they fixed the interface now where you pick a day and the time separately, which is like the smart way to handle it. But for a while there, I just kept making mistakes.
You inadvertently kept ordering food for your future self?
Yeah, I became closely acquainted with the several menus deep feature that they don't really want you to use where you can reschedule it. And sometimes it doesn't work. So sometimes you're just like, well, I know what I'm eating on Thursday. So what do I do now?
I had a friend who ordered food to a completely different apartment complex somehow, because we got the picture and it was like, that's not this door, and you like look and you could tell it's like not the same apartment complex as the one across the street. So we had to go like walk over and knock on this person's door and ask them for our food back, because it was like a bunch of groceries. It wasn't even like food. It was like $100 of groceries. And so we went over, and the lady's actually really nice because she's like, I didn't even know it was outside. And so she like helped us carry it back. She like carried it with us back to the other apartment complex. But it was just really like, funny. Yeah, no. So I was like, you idiot. Well, I can't believe the campaign is over. I mean, yeah, I'm thrilled, but I don't know. I feel empty now. Huh. You know what? I'll prepare a little something else for you. Something simpler maybe, just to take a breather. You'll see. It's taking me to my death.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Dude, and then, like I said, Atoll's thing was really unsatisfying too, because he just fucking ran away. Like, did we fuck up with him?
I don't think so.
Like, was he just, he's just a flaky asshole? Like, that's the
point? You never
point?
found his favorite food.
I know. Okay, I gotta
figure it out.
Right now, my last chance. One opportunity. Capture it, or let it slip.
What is ultimate nerd food? Did you ever give him pizza?
I don't think I ever made pizza.
Did you ever try
corn dogs was his favorite.
Have you ever tried making pizza?
I don't know how to do that.
I thought corn dogs was like the other kid.
No, it's French fries.
Ah.
Hot milk.
Hot milk.
He likes...
I took milk and I made it hot. Recipe complete.
What's his deal? He likes old-fashioned food and something else that I don't... What genre?
You not been doing your work. You're falling behind.
He likes fine dining.
What are you gonna do?
He likes exotic. He likes... I thought for sure stimulant, but it wasn't stimulant. Because I thought he wanted, like, you know...
Monster energy drink.
Damn it. I was hoping it'd be exotic, because he, like, wanted to cosplay, like, adventure food from other places or something.
I want to cosplay as somebody that has taste.
Someone who's been places, you know? No! Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why. When I look at my order history, I only see one meal, so I think I just got duplicate notifications for some reason. Because it's like, we received your order. We received your order. And I'm like, no. That's not what I want to hear. I don't want 2 of those messages. The wheel, it must spin.
Was it? Oh, it was oil that made fried chicken. I don't want that. I want to do chicken and chicken. No, just
Oh yeah, I wonder how many oil combinations are opened up by the oil. Oil.
Trust me, I've been like trying the weird, like I pick a weird ingredient first, and then I see what options it allows me to pick. But some of them are so like basic, where it's like if you do any kind of meat and vegetable, for some reason it's meat stew no matter what. No, let me see. Oh,
he gave us sustenance. He gave us corn dogs and French fries.
So
corn dogs and French fries and
you want some junk food? Blah blah.
He's
blah,
got
blah,
little
blah.
like toothy claws for hands.
I wonder if I
How
do.
do you even play D&D? He's lactose intolerant.
Shit.
And he was recently hugged. These are his character traits.
I wish I was recently hugged. I wish that was my character trait. Okay, I'll try this again. Maybe it'll make chicken bread. Chicken crackers.
Where should we even be going?
You ever try those crackers that taste like chicken?
What?
Like chicken and biscuits or something? They're just like chicken flavored crackers.
I mean, I guess I've had like, there's like, I guess there are a lot of flavored crackers and things, yeah, and some chips. Your pizza flavored Pringles.
I have had them before, but I was like, I don't know if there's actual chicken in there. I may have cheated.
They just put powdered chicken on the crackers directly.
I mean, honestly, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know what they do with it.
It's like ramen.
Oh,
it's like bouillon powder. Like, to what extent is it actual chicken? I don't know.
Do you hear that horn?
It's our friend. Remember? It's our little.
No, the other horn. Is that also him?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the but there's like a.
Yeah, no, that's always been him. He always does that.
I want to hear. I need to look up his theme online. To the Everdore. I don't know if I want to like actually go there yet, but I guess I'll just hover outside it because I don't know what else to do in the meantime. Because we're getting a little final here. I'm a little stressed out about that.
Let's go run some more Elena errands because we have to wait for Bird Boy.
I think the errands are just do the things Francis wants, which is just farming shit mostly, which is just not that interesting. But yeah, I'm wondering how we get Bird Boy to open up to us about what to do next.
Apparently, like we're terrible because like I said, nobody opened up to us. Atoll just left. Elena just fucking failed us and dipped, and Mickey was like, "You ruined everything."
I don't know if
even Astra was mad at us for like I think she was.
That was a branching choice, but I think that might have primed you for the expectation that you're making choices more often than you are. And you might be thinking of these other quests as things we could have passed or failed when I don't know if they were.
Like, that's one of those things where it's like, I feel like we did the right thing, but I don't think in her eyes we did, which is kind of a shame, because I really did like her.
Yeah.
I think she wanted to, like, be like, she wanted to be blissfully ignorant, which is like, I think like that was, they couldn't have expected us to know that was a wrong answer, because it really could go either way. It just depends on a person's preferences.
There's just a lot of that in life in general.
There are people who are in relationships where when told that their significant other cheated on them, like if their significant other said, "Hey, I cheated on you," they're like, "How selfish are you to tell me that?" Mm-hmm. And it's not that they did it as much as it is like you should have kept that to yourself. You're only relieving your own stress by telling me this is like it hurts me. I didn't need to know this, basically. And I'm like, that is not at all how I feel about it, because I feel like then now I'm in the position to make a proactive choice for myself. As opposed to like, let me just ignore it. Let me just ignore it. Now I can't. Like, how dare you take that ability away from me?
Oops. I think we're at a bit of a pause right now.
What the fuck? It's not even letting me? Okay. This is a hard one because it's not even... It's red when I'm not doing anything.
Whoop! Dying.
Let me just see what I cooked first.
Yeah. I might cut this episode early and come back and like do another 20 minutes later with you later in the week or something. Because we don't have a lot going on right now.
Meat pie. Ooh. Is this? Sorry, I'm just wondering if this is what he's gonna like.
If we're gonna go in there, I probably want to back up my save before it turns out that we beat the game or something.
Completely understandable.
And we got to figure out how to get him to proceed to the next step too. But we're getting close. Also, our food's here.
Oh, well, that's a good reason, too. Buddy? No, he doesn't want food yet. Meat pie. I think it's going to be
roll
meat
over
pie.
and expose his soft underbelly.
That means I'm allowed in his room. I can take all of his stuff.
You are the Sigma male. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a few days since the first half of this episode, so we're going to do the second half
Hello.
of this episode. But an update has happened since then. I think the screen's different where it like tallies all the spirits you've done, but there's a lot here. But I was looking into it, and I guess I guess Buck just kind of hangs out, so there is no like big thing to finish to get him to leave.
Yeah, I think Buck's picture was literally on that screen we were just looking at.
Yeah,
because
so
I think I saw him.
So it's confusing.
Wait, who's?
Well, I guess Lily's is probably done because our ending is ready. But at this point, we can just end at any time, which I think it's not a point of no return, but instead you can like load your save afterwards, after the ending to keep playing.
Yes. What is that called? Is there a word for that?
Post game.
I was gonna say New Game Plus, but you don't gain anything from it. New Game Plus is where you keep your progress.
Because New Game Plus is when you start the game over, but maybe keep like character progression or something.
I first learned about that in Devil May Cry.
I should actually read this letter instead of just there.
Hi there, Sweet Pea. When you have a chance, can you drop by my apartment in Oxbury? I have a few questions I need to ask you. Bev. Wait, who the fuck's Bev? I forgot already.
We don't know her.
Oh. Okay.
She's the update character that was just added.
Okay.
That's why a letter suddenly showed up in the mail just now.
Everything makes sense. Maybe I might voice her differently when I see her.
You don't like my music, really?
Wait.
You really want me to stop my wonderful music? No.
Oh.
Does that mean... Ha! It was but a prank! Good one!
Oh. That makes me sad that you can discourage him.
They added people... They had the ability to turn off the music because apparently people didn't like it enough. That makes me really sad.
I understand.
Wait, did I just see that?
What?
Maybe.
What?
There's a little exclamation point in a bubble on the far right side of the screen.
Yes. Oh, does this tell you where to go?
Maybe. I don't remember that ever coming up before.
Well, if it's that might have helped with the problem that you have with everything, like with the
with everything.
Well, not
just,
everything.
Gestures around.
No. Oh, rumble. Did it rumble before?
I don't know.
The remote just rumbled.
We're questioning everything. What was updated besides just Beverly?
Well, I understand why you'd want to stop the sea lion music, but like I like that it guilt trips you for doing it. Like that makes me happy. That just is like
you should feel bad for telling people not to express themselves in video games.
And he calls it like his wonderful music.
It's
so
yeah. Like I told you before about like
it is wonderful.
One is it announces that you're here, so why would you want to turn it off? But also like it just reminds me, like I told you about Rookie from Pyre, where he's a talking dog with a mustache. And you can tell him to shave his mustache at one point, and it's like, oh wow, I found all the fucking sociopaths in the audience. They're all the people that say yes to that. They're like your mustache is stupid and you should shave it. And they're like, how could you do this to me?
Okay, for some reason it's letting me do fire glow and potato. It's the only option that I have. So I'm gonna see what happens if I do fire glow and potato.
That's the only thing that goes with fire glow. Have you cooked fire glow before?
No, I think it's the first time it's shown up as an ingredient. I think. I think I would have definitely noticed it. It was very unique looking. I scrolled to it instantly.
This game is like a hell game to try to remember what's changed at any given moment because there's so many moving parts that like how would you keep track of virtually anything?
Oops, wrong one. I meant to go zoom.
Anything new at the store? Not that I see, really. I have no idea how much gets added in these updates. This might be a tough place to find her in. Okay, we're at the edge of town. Not a good start.
Well, all the windows went down. Yeah.
Yeah, what?
It's an apartment. Should we go in there?
Oopsie. Pressing every wrong button.
I mean, like I said, I don't know if that's actually an apartment, but...
I mean, they're just like around, but she doesn't seem to... Yeah, the person doesn't seem to turn into like a silhouette.
Let me out, I'm a cat! Okay. I feel like it's gonna be somewhere up high, like, you know.
Yeah, she's gonna be hard to find.
It's hard to fucking see this cat. You can't see it through the windows, so you don't know where it is.
Marjorie, the plumber's here. Wait a second. You don't have a mustache. You're not a plumber. Out.
You're not the stripper I ordered. You're not the plumber stripper. It's such a trope that, like, the person you think is the stripper is just actually a worker. A cop. Ooh, a cop. Haha, wink, wink. But it's like actually a cop. Like, that just shows up all the time. One of my favorites is in The Office.
Oh no, I just sexually harassed a cop. What am I gonna do?
In The Office, they hire a stripper for like the men's party, and they hired a stripper for the women's party, but they hire one that looks like Benjamin Franklin, because it wasn't really a stripper, it was like somebody from the Scholastic like book fair or whatever for kids.
The Scholastic book.
Well, you know, it's like someone who's supposed to like read books to kids, but he like pretends to be Benjamin Franklin, but they think he's a stripper.
Oh no!
But he's not. He's just some guy who like is supposed to teach. He's supposed to teach you
a different,
about
unrelated, stupid costume.
Yeah, he's just supposed to teach you about Benjamin Franklin. You just hug me. You just make out with me behind a pillar. It's fucking creepy. I'm a cat, Keith.
I mean, no one's human in this game.
I know, but I'm not even a furry. I'm just a cat.
The rent here is too much. I wish I could afford a bigger apartment and have fewer rats. Or more rats that are pets.
Yes. I wish I could afford more rats in my apartment. Where the fuck am I? I'm a cat.
Nope.
Oh, I'm down here. How the fuck did I get down here?
I don't know. Are you inside or outside?
I don't know.
I've initiated dialogue, so we're really in a pickle here.
Okay. Is this the button to go inside again?
Not important. Oh fuck, how do I get out of this dialogue? There we go.
Sorry, guys. I can't, like, visualize which... Oh, there. See, the door's on this side. It wasn't even in the middle. Like, I was never gonna find it. But, okay, there you go.
Is this her? Oh, there she is.
Okay.
She's pudgy.
Do you think she's young or old?
She's old enough that she has an apartment.
Okay.
Really narrowing it down.
Dude, I've done so many girl voices. I only have like a few left, and they're not ones that I think are suitable.
I mean, my first voice was a goofy voice. So
That was the best.
I don't know how inappropriate the voices can really get.
Can you give me a hand, neighbor? I seem to have lost my keys again. They can't be that far. If I don't find them quickly, my ice cream will melt. Then we'll have quite the mess. Oh, where are those keys? Look at you, you're not even helping. Well, you did listen to me ramble on. That's something, Sweet Pea. You look like you've seen a ghost. Are you okay? That's too bad. I really wanted to take care of you. Oh, she's nice. I made her mean.
I mean, she was also like.
I was gonna do like,
you're not
oh
even
my gosh.
doing anything.
No, but she says that's what neighbors are for, dear. I'd invite you inside, but no keys means no couch. That couch is so comfortable. The pillows are just perfectly lived in. More like stepped on, really. I remember Henry and Sarah jumping up and down on that thing. Once at our old house, Henry fell and hit his head on that glass table. He was screaming at the top of his lungs. There was blood everywhere.
Whee!
On the drive to the hospital, he asked if he was going to die. I couldn't help it. I just started laughing. No, Pumpkin, it's gonna be fine. I wish I still lived in that house. I had to sell it when David passed away. Plus, the kids were all living out of town by then. It was too big for little old me. And that lawn. I didn't want to break a sweat every Sunday afternoon mowing the grass. The house, did you know we had it designed? By a professional architect. I wonder if he's the one that designed your desk. Remember that desk architect? Or whatever?
Oh yeah, right.
I guess he's not an architect if he designs
also, like,
desks.
we're getting a glimpse at her character because she is going.
Oh, she's a talker.
Oh yeah.
He was quite the sharp dresser, always dressed in black with a slick-looking mustache. I had a bit of a friendly crush on him. I know. I'm sure if I ran into him, he wouldn't recognize me. Or maybe he would. He did mention he had a photographic memory. You know what? Maybe I should ring him up. Say something like, Dear Anthony, I would very much like to have the original plans for my old house. I lost them in a recent move and would like to have a copy. Could I come over and pick them up? Wait a minute. Even better, you should go see him. See if he's still as gorgeous as in my dreams. If you come back with bad news, that'll save me a trip.
Wow.
His office is somewhere in Hummingburg. I don't know the address. You remember, I lost my purse with my address book and my mother's brooch. Oh, I don't want to think about it. That brooch was all she talked about. Well, don't just stand there. Go asking around in Hummingburg. With that smile of yours, there's no stopping you.
I think she has ADHD.
I think she's... Dude, okay. I think she's just an old person. Like, not to be fucking terrible, but the amount of people that I see working in customer service that are old people that just want to talk and talk and talk. And after COVID, it was a million times worse because they're all stuck at home and they were just going on about things like their grandkids and their cats and stuff. And I just was like, okay, I'm going to do this. This is my public service, like, to listen to these people for an allotted 5 minutes. And then I'm going to break it off because I have stuff to do. But I'm being a nice person and let them go on because they really need it and I can tell they need it. You can tell when someone needs it. They're like starting a conversation at like Burger King with like the person at the register.
Oh yeah, no. I was midway through that conversation. I'm just thinking about like when you're just in line for the register and somebody up front is just we were on the boat.
Just going on and like making everyone wait.
Yeah, they're just having this conversation with the you can see like the discomfort on the person at the register's face because they see like the 6 people stacking up behind them.
I have definitely been
and they
there.
don't know how to stop the conversation, but the person just keeps going forever and seems oblivious to the increasingly frustrated looking people that are behind them.
The faces behind them are mixed. There's either the sympathetic ones that feel bad for the people, the register person, and there's the people who are angry at either at them for not stopping it or at the person for talking. Like there's definitely a good mix, and you can gauge it as you look.
Alugobi. We're just making sounds now.
Well, you know, I'm gonna make some weird guess. So this is her favorite food because it was in her update. So
it was just suddenly added to the game.
We're gonna try feeding it to her when we get her on our boat.
I'm so mad that you can turn off his music.
Who would dare?
How dare you? Who are you?
It gets to a point though where if people are talking like that to such an extent and you are very obviously showing that you want them to stop, I get to a point where I start thinking they're selfish and I resent them for it because they're actively making a choice that affects people negatively and you know that they're aware of it. It's different if you can tell they're aware of it or not. If they're really just that cute and old and don't know, that's fine. But you can tell the people that are like, you tell them like, I have to go, and they still do it, and you're like, you're being very selfish. I'm not here for you. I have things to do, and I'm making it very clear to you by like my actions in front of you. Like you need to stop.
You're turning my life into hell.
Yeah, there's definitely a different response. Yeah, some people will use you to talk. Like there people have friends like that too, where it's like they will use you to have a conversation they want to have, and it doesn't matter if you're interested in it or not. They're waiting for their turn to talk, and I resent those people because I'm the person that listens a lot, and so I get those people all the time.
Yeah. Whereas I desperately want people to care about what I'm talking about. And I lost the thread immediately of where I was going.
See, and I'm nice enough to like extend my I will pretend to be interested in what a person's talking about to make them feel better, and they still don't respect me enough to like pay me the same respect. That's when it's different, is if they won't do it back for you. And you make like such a rare exception. Like, I'm gonna finally talk about this thing I've always wanted to talk about. Like, please, someone listen. Like, I never do this. I never do this. I do this. I listen to everyone else all the time.
Nobody will listen.
Please let me talk about this once and humor me, please. And they don't. And then it's like, I'm like a 9 out of 10 listener to talker.
What was the thing?
What thing?
I'll never get it again.
No, see, I'm sorry because I was talking.
No, it's because you told a story about something like a while ago, and then I think I encountered that exact thing you were talking about in the wild. I'm like, it's the thing, but now I can't remember what it is. So that's just it's just frustrating nothing.
I'm glad that you thought about anything I ever said ever.
I think.
Wait, this seems like a person.
It was a comic you talked about. I probably just encountered it like on Silver Sprocket. This guy's a
I'm
lot.
gonna pretend like this person has a tail. Let's see if
What?
they have a tail now. See?
You woke me up. I was taking a rejuvenating momentary nap. Yes, my name is Anthony. I am indeed a very successful architect. With, might I add, impeccable taste. What could I do for you? Beverly? I've had so many clients over the years, I can't possibly remember them all. Then again, I've had so many drinks as well. I can remember them all.
Wait, no, he's not gonna be on our boat. I was gonna say, maybe he could use the bar. Because that we
Yeah.
never use for anyone.
Some I enjoyed, some I despised. C'est la vie. Not sure what that means, but I always thought it was a great way to end a conversation, which is your clue to shut the fuck up. The next person in line, please.
Next.
Oh, you're still here. That usually ends things pretty quickly. As a world-renowned architect, I've had an incredible life. If I stopped to think about every single client, I'd go mad. It's more about the experience than the people. The journey and all that. What? You're starting to annoy me. Your presence and that awful hat.
I don't know how I feel about the hat, personally.
The Renaissance called, they need that hat back. And you're still here.
Is that even a Renaissance hat?
I have no idea. If you won't go, it's time for a harmless prank. I mean, he didn't even know what C'est la vie meant. He just says it. You know what? I do remember Beverly. Even without a last name or any other meaningful details, bravo! Stellar job at refreshing my memory. You must have a gift.
What
I
an
can
asshole.
visualize her house now in my mind. They write great assholes in these games. I love them so much. Quick, write this down. It was an incredibly tall house, very narrow. It had a massive clock, loud enough to wake the whole neighborhood. Also, it's all coming back to me. There was hay inside. She wanted a real barn feel to her house. Humans being animals and such. I'm actually sketching it with my tongue out and everything. It was quite the unique project. Well then, that's all I can remember. The mind is a mysterious bedfellow. Well, I'm going to shut my eyes now and take another small nap. And when I open them, you better be fucking gone.
I mean, you're kind of an idiot because you thought that was genuine and wrote it all down, when in reality this person was very much teasing you.
He even said out loud that it was a prank and everything.
I think it's supposed to be to himself, but I don't know how you couldn't have not heard it. He was right next to you.
Let's have a wacky prank. That's gonna be killing me trying to.
He wants hay. She wanted hay inside the house. How much you want to bet that she's gonna think that was her real house? Like, we're gonna get there and she's gonna be like, oh yeah, this seems right, because she's gonna have some memory problem or something.
Or he just accidentally nailed it.
That would be funny. Well, what's the likelihood of a big clock and a bunch of hay?
I mean, have you seen these houses?
I want a house.
Everyone's like, that's perfect. I'm like, what have I done?
I want my house to be my house is a metaphor.
For a house.
Human beings are animals, and that's what I'm representing with this. and then I want a BDSM dungeon. They actually do have realtors that sell houses specifically for that purpose, because there has to be enough noise muffling, and you need fixtures in your walls for specific things. So there actually is like a realtor agency that specializes in houses you can do dominatrix stuff in.
Oh.
Like, this house has a cage built in. It's perfect for all your needs.
It has a cage built in?
Yeah, no, genuinely.
It does create an interesting resale problem.
Yeah, no, if you go through all the trouble of installing all that stuff, you're gonna have a really hard time, you have dog kennels, this could be for a dog. It's like,
yeah,
no.
it's your horse-like dog kennels.
It's like, why is there...
Your Ramsay Bolton.
Why is there a dentist table bolted to the floor in the middle of this room? Justify these things to me, realtor.
I want to see that sitcom episode now about people moving into a house they don't realize was a BDSM house, and they just kept thinking of cool uses for all the shit that they were oblivious to.
These hooks are obviously for your keys. Things like that. what was it? Oh, in Arrested Development, I like how they live in like a model house the whole time. Like the joke is that they live in a model house, so that it falls apart. Like they punch through the walls on accident all the time and stuff because their house isn't a real house. It's like one you show off. It's not supposed to be lived in like
it's
a
like
real house.
It's like a floor plan to sell the idea of the whole housing development.
Exactly, and it's the only one because they never fulfilled the housing development, so it's like out in the middle of nowhere because they never built the rest of the houses.
When I finally watched Arrested Development, I was living in that environment. Because like we were like the last house on a street, and then next was just this entire like multi-block area that was completely devoid of houses.
Actually,
with one house in the far corner of the development by the wall. So like it's just an empty grid of streets and then one house on the far side of the whole place. And like that was the entirety of that.
That is that's kind of creepy, I think.
Yeah.
Oops. Fuck. I keep doing that.
The last house on the left, also the first house on the left.
We went like all the way. We went all the way to the end. I can't wait to hear what Anthony has been up to.
No, I meant like the single house would be both the flat.
Yeah.
It's like it's the last house on the left, like that movie, but also it's the first house, and it's the only house on the left.
I always forget the title of that movie because I feel like the title does not indicate what happens in the film very well. So it's like a movie with a house in it. What scary movie is that? There's so many. It's like the house is the least memorable part of the fucking movie. Like.
What?
She can't wait to see what Anthony's been up to. I can't wait to hear what Anthony's been up to. Show her the floor plan thingy. Are you supposed to hand it to her? The floor plan? Oh, you have to build it.
We have to build the house first.
That's stupid. I mean, you don't want to double check that it's her house first?
Nah,
Stella? Like, come on.
Let's just dive in. Look, we're really lonely. We have that in common with her. We're very lonely. All of our friends are dead. And next we die. So let's build a stupid house and be like, whoops, wrong one. I guess we have to build 20 more to keep playing.
But look at all this effort we went through for you.
Yeah.
You should just stay with us anyway. I gotta feed my cow.
Next episode, we figure out what the fuck her house is.